falling asleep can be a gigantic pain in the butt. I know, I have been there. It's 1 a.m., you've been staring at your ceiling for the last 3 hours, just praying, hoping, wishing that maybe you'll be able to fall asleep. You shut your eyes, you're doing everything that you can, and yet you can't seem to fall asleep. Hey guys, I'm Soma, and I've had a lot of problems with my sleep. So I've done a ton of experimentation on myself, and I've come up with the things that I think work the best for falling asleep, staying asleep, and waking up refreshed. And this is going to be part 1 of my multi-part series all about sleep. So if you want to optimize your sleep and your life, click that subscribe button right now. And this first video is going to be for you guys who can't seem to fall asleep properly. I have been there so many times, but I basically completely eliminated that with these 6 things that I'm going to share with you guys right now. So let's head on over to my couch and find out what these things are. So here we are with tip number 1, and that is called the box breath. Now, the box breath is a type of meditation, and don't roll your eyes just yet. It's a type of meditation that is really beginner friendly, and it's also really thought friendly, as in you don't really need to think much on it. There's no existential be in the now kind of stuff. That is for later, but right now we want to get you to bed. So the box breath is the meditation of choice. Essentially, what it is you just breathe in for 5 seconds, you hold that breath for 5 seconds, you breathe out for 5 seconds, and then you hold that breath once again for 5 seconds. The box breath. It's really easy, just 5, 5, 5, 5. And it's super, super effective. Usually what I do is I do about 10 cycles of this every night right before bed, and it helps me kind of release all of the tension in my body, relax my mind, and really help me get to bed a lot quicker. So just to kind of demonstrate how you would go about doing this, what you want to do is you want to just sit up, have your legs in the cross position, really make yourself comfortable. You can even have your legs dangling. It doesn't really matter as long as you're sitting and you're comfortable. And then I'm not going to count for you, but basically you want to breathe in for 5 seconds, hold it, breathe out, hold it, all for 5 seconds each. So it should look a little something like this. And then you would cycle that again and again and again. Again, I like to do about 10 of these, but that really depends on you. I suggest starting out with 10, seeing if you need more, seeing if you need less, and it also really just does just depend on the night. Now, while you're doing the box breath, I strongly suggest you visualizing kind of melting into the bed every time you exhale. That will allow you to kind of relax your body systematically and just release all of that tension in your body. This is where it starts to get a little bit woo-woo, but ultimately that works because what you're doing is you're stilling your mind and then you're essentially calming your body, and when you lay down, you're gonna be knocked out right away. So if you're having trouble falling asleep right now, just pause this video, turn your phone off, put your phone down, and just do this. See if it works, see if you're knocked out. If not, pick it back up and let me try the second tip. Now, the second tip is gonna sound a little bit weird, but it's a technique that I call the body squeeze technique, because essentially you're just gonna be squeezing your body. No, get that out of your head. You're just gonna be squeezing your muscles. Essentially, what you want to do is systematically, starting from your legs, you want to squeeze your legs for about 2 to 5 seconds and then release them. And then kind of your chest, torso area, you want to squeeze all the muscles in there and then release them. Same with your arms, and then same with all the muscles in your neck and your head. Basically, what this is doing is at the end of this, you'll feel super, super relaxed. Like your muscles just kind of let go of any additional energy that they had stored in them, and they're just ready to kind of melt into the bed. So this one, it's a little bit weird and it's gonna feel a little bit weird, but once you're done with it, and once you do probably 2 or 3 cycles of this, you're gonna feel significantly more relaxed. Now, you're gonna feel especially relaxed if you had just done the box breath, because this way, you're not only calming your mind, but now you're really, really calming your body. Now, that's still not doing it for you guys, or you guys just want a little extra boost to your sleep, and you don't want to take any sort of melatonin or sleeping pills. What I suggest is a nice cup of chamomile tea. Or in this case, just water. It's mostly just a prop. But chamomile tea is a nice, relaxing tea. It really helps put you to sleep. It's also good as an anti-inflammatory, so it has those benefits as well. I drink this basically every night. I drink it for my throat, but I also drink it to symbolize to my body, or to signal to my body that I'm about to go to bed. Because having something like this in your nightly routine, especially with something that relaxes you like chamomile tea, is crucial because it builds up that routine. So every time you drink it and then you fall asleep, you're essentially telling your body that whenever I drink this, put me to sleep. Now, just one other quick aside, making your room cooler can really help you fall asleep. A lot of times, if your room is too hot, then that might be the reason why you can't fall asleep. However, if you've done all of these things, but your mind is still racing, then let's head on over to my desk where I will give you my last and probably my most powerful tip. And so here we are with the most powerful tip that I have for you guys, and that is journaling. Now again, don't roll your eyes just yet. I talked about journaling pretty extensively in this video, so do check that out right after this one. But for now, let me tell you the type of journaling that I specifically mean. Now, what's usually going on is if your mind is super whirling and you just can't seem to let things go, and you're constantly thinking about tomorrow or yesterday or right now, when you're constantly thinking about all the things that you just couldn't do that day or what you have to do tomorrow, the best thing that you can do is to write it all out. Essentially what's going on is the subconscious mind is running a whole bunch of these little scripts in your head that are essentially there to help you by reminding you that I gotta do this, this is a threat, this is not a threat, and it really doesn't know what you, the conscious mind, knows. Now, I know this is kind of a crazy out there idea, but just bear with me for a second. Because ultimately, the mechanism doesn't really matter. What matters is that if you write it down, you're able to then communicate with the subconscious mind and essentially tell it kind of informally that you got this. You're aware of who you hurt, who you didn't hurt, what you need to do, what you don't need to do, what you should have done. And by writing it down, you're essentially communicating to your subconscious mind that you got this. You can even write this down on a whiteboard, and that's actually why I have a lot of different whiteboards in my room, is right before bed, I either write everything down in my journal, write all of my current thoughts, all of my to-do lists out, or I write them on one of my whiteboards. And that's just to really get it out of your head. So essentially what you want to do is just whatever you have going on in your head, just write it out. Are you worried about an upcoming test? Write out, I am worried about this upcoming test. Are you angry that somebody hurt you? Write down, somebody hurt me and I am angry because of it. Or write down a to-do list. This can actually double as a productivity hack because now you have your to-do list for tomorrow and you're able to fall asleep because now you're able to let go of that stress and really just focus on falling asleep. So try out all the things that I talked in this video. Once again, the box breath, the body squeeze method, you can drink chamomile tea, you can make your room cooler, or you can journal. And if you combine all of those things, I can almost guarantee you that you'll be able to fall asleep. If not like that, then relatively quickly. So once again, guys, try it out. Let me know in the comment section down below if you tried out, if it worked, if it didn't work, or if you have your own little sleep hack that you use, because I'm always on the lookout for new and better ones. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.